and thank you for joining another episode of the Grow Your Occupancy podcast. I'm Julie Podewitz, CEO and founder. And with me today, I've got Amy Birkel, who is the Chief Operating Officer at the Heritage Communities. Welcome, Amy.
Thanks, Julie. I'm glad to be here.
I'm very, very glad to have you on the show today. I'm so eager to ask a question. Before I do, I want everyone to know that you're kind enough to join me in presenting at our Gentum this year. So for any of you listening prior to our Gentum, which is May 2023, Amy and I will be there in our sessions in the afternoon on the first day. So super excited about that. And our topic is Think Like an Operator, teaching sales in an operator-focused culture, just kind of shifting the narrative a little bit. So super excited. Today, last time we talked, Amy, you had on a t-shirt that said dirty jobs.
I did. Julie, as we were prepping for our presentation, I was a mess. I was wearing this t-shirt and I looked like a mess. Ponytail and I think smudges on my face. And I think, you were like, what the heck have I partnered up with for me to be speaking with you if I'm worthy of doing that? So.
Well, you did not look like a mess whatsoever, but the Dirty Jobs t-shirt did have me curious. So what in the heck is Dirty Jobs?
Absolutely. So back in early 2022, our director of human resources, Janelle Gerthhofer, came to me with this idea. We'd been out of the buildings for a while with COVID, hadn't been going as often, and we certainly weren't going for as many fun things, right? We were going for more community support and helping our teams and site visits and audits and things of that nature. And so Janelle cooked up this idea of a way that our home office team could give back to our communities. Core values for Heritage are compassion, respect, trust, and fun. And they're more than words to us. They're something that we want to live and role model. And so Dirty Jobs is an opportunity where every month we have a community that home office staff members volunteer to go and serve and do just that. Perform dirty jobs at the community, meaning all those tasks, right, that we know we've got to get to, but sometimes hang on the maintenance or housekeeping list for a while. So the team will go, there's usually about 8 to 12 of us that will go and spend the whole day wearing our Dirty Jobs t-shirts. And we have done, now we're a year and a half in, we've done everything from landscaping, painting, lots of painting, staining, lots of scrubbing baseboards and touching up baseboards and doors, scrubbing dumpster trash areas, power washing patio furniture. It's just been a lot of different activities. And the best part is, while we're providing that service to the communities, the best part is we really get to interact with our residents and our associates in the communities in a different way. I mean, I'm telling you, it's something to see, the owners of the company down on the carpet with a toothbrush scrubbing baseboard, right? And for our nursing staff to get a kick out of that, or the residents to be saying, hey, when are you gonna come do my windows, and that kind of thing.
Well, tell me just a little bit about, or everyone, about the Heritage Communities. I kind of jumped right to Dirty Jobs. I want to learn more. So where are you located and how many communities do you have?
Absolutely. Heritage Communities is based in Omaha, Nebraska. We're a privately owned company. We own and operate our communities. We have 15 communities right now in 4 different states. So we operate in Nebraska, Iowa, Arizona, and Texas. Yes. We also have a home-based service line as well, where we provide home health services and hospice to a couple of the areas where we have senior living communities as well.
So I know you don't say corporate, but the home office team, everyone from the owner, you're the chief operating officer, you're going to communities, all of your 15 or so, right, in multiple states at different periods of time, spending the day doing the dirty work, thus the t-shirt, that, oftentimes, no one wants to do it, right? Because who wants to scrub a dumpster? And so you said everything from you're on your hands and knees, scrubbing, painting, cleaning, landscaping. What is your, and you talked about fulfilling your mission, and gosh, talk, they're not just words, right? And I
Right.
think almost all of us can relate to, a company's mission, vision, values, and we do believe in them and we stand by them and we want them to be more than words.
Hmm. Hmm.
And that want sometimes gets, maybe frayed, in the
Hmm.
execution. So it sounds like you really are fulfilling your mission of what? Collaboration and fun. And
It's been important to us to make time for this, right? I think companies work hard on culture, and the fun that comes from that, right? Of course, the pizza days and the t-shirt days and the family events for the communities. But I think culture also stems from fundamentals and core values, and you have to be able to see those in action. And this has been a way that we consistently, as I said, 1 to 2 a month, we are spending an entire day where we are in the communities, living that. And not only do our associates get to see that, but as I mentioned, we get to interact with them in a very different way. The executive directors have just done a fabulous job of putting together opportunities where we can have lunch with the associates or with the residents. We've gotten in squirt gun fights with residents when we were out painting parking lot lines in August in Omaha when it was blazing hot, and the residents came out, right, to mess with us a little bit. We had one community that put a dunk tank together for us, and so at the
oh,
end of staining their pergola all day and we're covered in stain, we got an opportunity to be in the dunk
oh,
tank. We had a building in our communities in Arizona, Orchard Point in Arizona, gave us hard hats and made us do calisthenics in the morning before we started, just to
oh
make sure
my
we were in shape.
gosh. Oh,
So
that is hilarious.
yeah, it's brought a lot of fun and camaraderie. And the home office team, right, they work, their whole purpose is to serve those associates in the community so they can serve our residents. And so it's just a really great opportunity for accounting and IT and some of the departments maybe that aren't in the communities as much,
Right.
to really see everything that goes on. I remember one time we were painting parking lot lines, so we were out in the parking lot all day, and our owner and CEO commented on how much that driver was picking residents up and taking them to appointments and coming back and helping them in, right? And even though he knows that happens all the time, to see that and the service and the pace that he's keeping up was just it just helps everyone keep being mindful of everyone's role in the organization and respecting everyone's different perspectives and how we look at that.
What is the reality show where the CEO, the owners, they go in,
Oh,
they work,
yeah,
they,
undercover boss,
that's it,
right?
undercover
Yeah.
boss. And they, really meeting the associates doing the hard work, doing the
Hmm.
tough jobs or the dirty
Hmm.
work.
Right.
And like you said, it's the working with the residents and being, in head of transportation is not dirty work. It's so critically important, but it's hard.
Hmm.
It is
Hmm.
difficult. And,
Absolutely.
like you said, you can be aware of that and, oh, yep, we work really hard, but to really, there's nothing like experiencing it, being in the communities and being part of it that just
Hmm.
continues to drive it home. I love the collaboration. I love the fun that, getting residents into it and squirt guns and dunk tanks and pizza parties and sound, Amy, I wanted to go back and you mentioned accounting and IT. So it sounds like you are really incorporating all of the departments from the support office.
Oh, absolutely. Not just the operations folks, right? Not just our regional teams and things of that nature. No, everybody got a dirty job shirt for Christmas last year. And so I gave them an opportunity to sign up for which dirty job that they wanted and where they wanted to go. And it's been a ton of fun. And it's made, I think, sometimes relationships are just a lot of times through email, right? The home office is emailing, hey, can you check
Sure.
up on this? And so to see there are real people behind those emails that are just working in different areas to support the communities has been good. Julie, I want to add to being in the communities and seeing the different perspectives, it added another program or it created another idea for a program we added this year. We added in 2023 a fifth core value, which is always learning. And one of the things that our CEO and owner Farhan Khan did is he started a book club with our associates. And
Ah,
so from being in the communities and interacting with the associates, right? And it's a passion for him to always continue be learning and to, gain more knowledge and to push ourselves. And so to be able then to provide that this past year, and they meet every other week and go over the book, and it's open to all associates. And so I think too that by seeing him in the communities wearing a dirty job shirt and scrubbing and painting doors made him just so much more, I felt like, relatable to our associates, or just kind of put down, it didn't matter that his title was the owner. He's just another person and trying to do the right thing by our folks in our community. So it's just, it's been a fun experience. We really have just enjoyed being out there and working on the projects for our buildings.
and then, so you kind of volunteer and sign up, like, oh, I'd love to go to
Yep.
Texas, and okay,
Yes.
okay.
Yep.
Doing it once a month?
Yeah, so a couple times though, I think last month we had to do 2 to fit everybody in.
Okay.
And then we've got one coming up on April 27th. I think we're staining some furniture. They've got a big waterfall feature. So I think we're getting in that and scrubbing that and getting that all ready for spring. A big one has been folks want us to put up their Christmas decorations. So we also get requests for November to put everything up and then to take them down as well. So that's been a lot of fun. So the communities are getting more creative with their requests.
Yeah, well, there's always something in my mind is spinning. I'm like, ooh, do you do residential as well?
Right. we get asked that very often when we're in the building.
Well, I was just on a training session with a group of executive directors, and the going to your always learning, the mission or the value of always learning, and reinforcing with the executive directors, you've got a ton of knowledge, and your team leaders have a ton of knowledge, and it's not punishment, to be in always learning mode or coaching mode, and to have a book club, or offer your team these opportunities to grow, and to really, and they're concrete opportunities, and to mirror, or to really model that, I should say, that, hey, reading a book, reading an article, talking with somebody else, asking a question, or being a little uncomfortable, all those things, it's not, it's really for our continued growth as individuals and professionals. And that's a wonderful, wonderful message, and a way to deliver that message is a book club, or even and led by your CEO. What can you give any ideas on books that you've done, or what's the book of the month?
They're currently doing the Empowerment Dynamic TED by David Emerald. And so it's been a fabulous, it's a fictional story, but it's about the drama triangle and how you can feel like a victim at times, right? In your professional life or personal life. And so really where you want to take that drama triangle to an empowerment dynamic instead. So it's been a fabulous read. And I've been so impressed by the associates and their sharing of their stories and how they've taken it. You talked about mission, Julie. Our mission at Heritage Communities is to live better. And that means for our residents, at whatever stage in life they are, we want to be able to make that a better experience than what they had before coming to us. But we want that for our associates too. And so that's where the always learning piece came from. So we love that they can take concepts from this book or different courses that we provide and apply it to their working life. But it's even better when they can take it back home and be a better parent or a spouse, or have a better connection when they go have maybe a difficult conversation with their own family member or friend. So it's just been extremely rewarding. And from that book club, and with this core value of always learning, we added in 2023, again, my HR folks are just so fabulous, added a manager essential course. So it's an 8-week course, 90 minutes every week, that managers from across the company are nominated to be able to attend. I went through the first course. I have my little certificate that I graduated, which I'm very proud of. And so there's about about 20 to 25 attendees. We have 2 facilitators that walk our folks through this, because often, right, you promote really fabulous associates who are excellent individual contributors, but they've moved into now a leadership role where now they have to really get, work with their teams to contribute. And it's different skill set. And I think
Sure.
sometimes we have unrealistic expectations that they're just going to know how to be a great manager. And so our manager essential course walks all the way through communication, difficult conversations, attention management, where we focus our time.
Oh,
And so again, to what you were saying, it's the always learning is not a feeling of, oh, well, you don't quite have enough knowledge. It's no, we want to invest in you to continue that growth.
yeah.
It's an advantage and a benefit if you are able to attend these courses, because again, there's so much opportunity to use it in professional life and personal. So it's just lots of great things going on at Heritage. I'm just so proud of our folks and our team and our leaders here that are willing to try new things, right? And that's just always important to us.
Not all the jobs are dirty jobs, right?
That's right. Thank goodness.
If you were talking about differentiation, or as you're talking, I'm thinking of differentiation in sales. One of the very key components and very important aspects in selling senior living, building the emotional aspect of it, is differentiation. And it's not, oh, we have brown carpet and you have gray carpet. It's the customer experience, right? It's the same thing that for your associates. And it sounds to me, Amy, what you and the leadership there are doing at the Heritage is creating that culture of differentiation, building the why around, why would I want to work for the Heritage companies versus somewhere else? Why would I want to live in one of your communities versus a place down the street? And it's for employment, it's compensation, sure, but what else? And just like with rate and selling an apartment or renting an apartment, sure, the rate is a component of that, but it's just one component. And just like with compensation, the rate is going to be right around the same, similar, a little bit more, a little bit less here. Same with rate. So why do I want to go there? And then why do I want to stay? And it sounds like you guys have created such an amazing culture of reasons to stay, and showing that you really value your associates, your residents. And just knowing you, I get that feeling of how much you care about what you do and who you do it for. And so that's got to permeate through the entire corporation, the entire company.
Oh, thanks, Julie. I appreciate that a lot, right? I mean, that's the awesome thing that we do in senior living and service to others, right? Is we get to make an impact and have influence. And that's what I get excited about. And I completely agree, right? Everybody's excited about their paycheck, right? But what really gets you excited to come to your community, or to know what you're going to, be able to benefit and grow through your work. We spend so much of our time here. We give up family time. We give up track meets and softball games and all the things at times, right, to contribute and to give back to work. And so to really feel that value back, that it's a partnership with the organization that you work for. So we are not perfect, but we try very hard, and our associates are everything. They make the experience for our residents.
I love it. Well, it looks like a beautiful day in Omaha. Hope you enjoy some outside time there. It's a beautiful blue sky. Amy Birkel, the Heritage Communities. If someone wanted to learn a little bit more about dirty jobs, or maybe implementing something similar within their company or organization, how might they reach you?
Oh my gosh, yes, please do, right? The best ideas are shared. So you reach me at LinkedIn, Heritage Communities, heritage-communities.com, our Facebook, Heritage Communities Facebook. Just welcome to reach out anyway. I'd love to visit with anybody about what we're doing here at the company.
Thank you again, Amy. And I look so forward to seeing you in person at Argentum in May 2023. For those of you wanting any information about Grow Your Occupancy, or what we do and how we support the senior living business, www.growyouroccupancy.com, or hope to see you live and in person at a conference, or You can have me over at your organization. Thanks again for listening to the Grow Your Occupancy podcast. I'm Julie Podewitz, and we'll see you next time.